Buse. Is it good? Oh, okay. Perfect. Hello. My name is Caitlin Jane Buse. So, let's hope this doesn't go too long. All right. So coming into high school, I was like every other student. I was excited, a little nervous, and I had procrastinated on my summer assignments. I had my middle school friends, and I had already started meeting new peers over the summer. I was on the varsity tennis team, in honors classes, and in the band. My high school career looked very bright at this point, until you took into account that I was trying to manage my mental illness on top of all of that. School was all right at first. I did well enough in my classes, and I really enjoyed band and playing on the tennis team. My primary issue was that in class I felt very alone and separated from my peers. My anxiety made it difficult for me to open myself up and make new friends, and my depression made it hard to keep the friends I already had. Soon things went into a downward spiral, and I realized something. I hated high school. After convincing my parents and school counselor that I needed a change, I was transferred to Arc Independent Studies. Truthfully, I didn't realize I was actually transferring schools until we filled out the paperwork my first day. In the beginning, I procrastinated like most new independent study students, but I made sure to get all my work done on time. Almost immediately after transferring to ARC, I was hospitalized for my mental health issues for a whole week. But upon return home, things did not get better. I was hospitalized a second time just a few months later. Summer was difficult. With a lack of structure and little to do, I continued to struggle severely. Once we got back to school in the fall, I started intensive treatment therapy. I learned a lot, but I just wasn't ready to internalize what I was learning and for my life to change so drastically. Very quickly, my life turned into my all-time low, being more depressed and anxious than I had been before. And on top of that, I wasn't doing any of my academic work. I had to drop out of my treatment program, subsequently bottling up my depression and becoming a danger to myself. I was lost and afraid and didn't want to be alive anymore. My parents had me hospitalized. Upon release, I was made to join another treatment program for 8 weeks. I had to decide between a residential treatment center and working hard at my own treatment program. And I quickly realized that it was time to focus my energy on myself and on my recovery. And suddenly things were better. The change was practically overnight for me. My broken relationships were starting to mend. I was finding joy in the activities in my life. I was rapidly catching up and getting ahead on my schoolwork, and I started trusting myself again. And I finally remembered who I was. Just over a year ago, my teacher Maya and I were talking about my schoolwork for the next year. I told her about band for the next 2 years, and she stopped me and said that she couldn't let me stay another 2 years. I was too far ahead on my credits to stay in high school just for band. Maya believed in me then, and she always did. And she does now. Because of her, I made the decision to graduate at the end of my junior year. And I even joined summer school to prepare myself even more for my final year of high school. Looking back, this has been my quickest year of high school. I was the lead French horn player in the SoCal High Band and the student teacher's aide for the beginning band. And I got 13 units at Cabrillo, and I started off my college experience with a 4.0. I got my license, became a part of my church again, got my first job, and I completed my senior project. The reason I've shared all of this with you is so you can understand the amazing gifts that alternative school has given me.
Amen.
Like any other student, I learned self-discipline by having weekly due dates to turn my work in, without the help of a teacher reminding me every day in class. I learned time management and got a lot of practice with scheduling and my different assignments for each day of the week. The most important gift given to me was all of the opportunities. I was able to stay away from the typical high school environment that I didn't feel safe in, while getting to stay in band at my old school. I was given the opportunity to start taking Cabrillo classes in preparation for full-time college already a year early. I was given the individual connection and attention that I needed from a teacher. I was given a larger variety of courses to choose from to fit my educational interests. And the most meaningful to me, I was given the chance to succeed in education, despite the personal struggle I had with my mental health. I am a strong individual who made it through my rough patch. I am proud of my accomplishments, and independent studies gave me the opportunity to stand before you today and share with you. And if I can do it, you can too.
And our final student speaker is Lindsay Balladoy.